AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe. Yes. We are in the building, y'all. AllBall TV, man. It's your guy, your favorite / hater, the light-skinned brother, man. AllBall, I'm in the building, man. Big shout out AllBall TV, man. Fabian Flea, I know the drill. Uncle Ice, Kels, just the whole AllBall TV family, especially y'all in the chat. King Speech, what's up? Listen, man. What we're gonna start doing is going live every day, giving y'all some updates, some breaking news, and just talking about the hot topics. Big Baby Sports, what's up, baby? J Trigger. Yeah, so we're gonna be going on live every day now. Talking about all the hot topics the night before or the hot topics the day of. And yeah, man, we really trying to build this thing, man, and we need all y'all help. We love what we do. So yeah, starting tomorrow or starting today, we're gonna, you know what I mean, I'm gonna be up here live every day for about an hour, depending on how great the topics are and how much love y'all show in the chat. Maybe we can go over an hour. The times, the times have changed. Yeah, got you, King Speech. Hit that like button, y'all. Share this, subscribe this. We got some breaking news. Victor Wembanyama out for the season. Once again, y'all, breaking news. What up, Fish? Breaking news. Victor Wembanyama out for the season. Word is he has blood clots in his shoulder. I'm trying to figure out how serious it is. They have some doctors talking about it, but yeah, man. Breaking news. Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs is out for the remainder of the season with blood clots in his shoulder. That's a bad hit for the Spurs, but most important, that's a bad hit for the NBA. It's a bad hit for the young man. Prayers up to him. Hopefully, he'll pull through and come back stronger, big and better pause next season. But wow, that's a bad hit for the Spurs. Just imagine how De'Aaron Fox feels now. De'Aaron Fox gets what he wants, gets traded to the Spurs, gets out that situation in Sacramento with the Kings that he wasn't happy about. And now you get traded to a team with a rising superstar, probably one of the next faces of the league. And now he's out for the remainder of the season. Wow. That's a bad hit for the Spurs, a bad hit for the city, a very bad hit for De'Aaron Fox, and a bad hit for the NBA. Yeah, Fish, they were saying the blood clots is very serious, man. I hope this young man can pull through because he's probably one of the greatest talents we've ever seen. 7'3" or 7'5". He can handle the ball, knock down a three-point shot, one-legged three-point floaters. Defensively, he's a beast. So prayers up for Victor Wembanyama. But for people that's just getting in the live, breaking news. Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs is out for the remainder of the season with blood clots in his shoulder. And I'm gonna repeat, bad hit for the NBA. Listen, when you have superstars get injured and go out for the remainder of the season, it's not good. It's not good. So right now the NBA is taking some terrible hits. You just had a disaster NBA All-Star Weekend, and then right out of All-Star Weekend, one of your biggest stars gets injured for the remainder of the season. Prayers up for Victor Wembanyama, man. Hopefully, he can pull through and come back next season. But wow, De'Aaron Fox, sorry, my brother. Bad hit, tough hit. But at least, he ain't out for damn near the remainder of the season like your man Bobby Portis. More breaking news. Bobby Portis suspended 25 games. That's damn near the remainder of the season for drug tests. Test positive. What it is, don't know, don't want to find out. But it ain't the weed. That got to be something else. Once again, breaking news, Bobby Portis just got suspended for 25 games, which is the remainder of the season, for dirty drug tests. Y'all can sit there and figure out what it was, but it wasn't for the weed. Big shout out Stephen A. Smith. I know we don't agree with you all the time, but that's your thing. But yeah, man, like I said, breaking news. Victor Wembanyama out for the remainder of the season. Bobby Porter's out, 25 games suspended for breaking the drug rules. Now, like I said, Fish, I want to talk to you because, we're going to start going live every day on YouTube for about an hour, hour and a half. We definitely want to bring, some people up here with us to have these sports discussions. We're going to be talking about the hot topics, the hottest topics in sports. We're going to be up here talking about it every day on YouTube Live. So, everybody's welcome. Once again, hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. Now let's talk about the big news, y'all. The Lakers lose to the Charlotte Hornets yesterday, 97-100. LeBron had, I think, 27, played 38 minutes. Luka, 33 minutes. Luka had about 14. And LeBron is on fire in a negative way. From All-Star Weekend up until now, you lose to the Charlotte Hornets. My opinion, it's time for LeBron to give it up, y'all. He should have retired after he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record with the most points. It's seeming like people are starting to get tired of LeBron James. He is starting to wear down a lot of people. 3 to 5 years ago, you couldn't get nobody to talk negative about LeBron James. He is starting to wear down on the sports world. We're going to break down today a couple of people that has some negative things to say about LeBron James. First, let's start with the loss to the Charlotte Hornets. That was a bad loss. He had 2 opportunities to tie the ball game up, and he bricked 2 3-point shots. So when y'all say LeBron is more clutch than Jordan and Kobe, y'all really need to stop that. Just a little nugget. 1 year, Kobe had 9. Y'all hear me right? 1 year, Kobe had 9 game winners in 1 season. And if you think I'm lying, go ask Lamar Odom if you know Lamar Odom. Or YouTube Lamar Odom, Kobe Bryant. So, my opinion, LeBron James right now is not looking good. The media is starting to go against him. Former players are starting to go against him. And we couldn't imagine this. The Batman movie, The Dark Knight, that saying is 100% correct. You be the hero so long that you become the villain. LeBron James is starting to become the villain. Let's break down what's been going on with LeBron James. So, for some reason, you protest the All-Star game, but you never tell nobody why. So everybody has to speculate and figure it out, instead of you just coming out and saying why you didn't play in the All-Star game. So that was a hit on your legacy. You actually showed up and took the picture in street clothes, which I didn't understand. And then now, your first game back against a bad Charlotte Hornets team, y'all take a loss. Brian Windhorst and a lot of people had a lot to say, man, even Shannon Sharp. But I want to go with the young man from he plays hockey, right? Listen, this young man here. Wow.
You're really about sports, then you're about 2 things.
Former NHL player PK Subban didn't hold back on the differences between the NHL and the NBA. Once again, this is former NHL player PK Subban. This is what he had to say, right? The difference between NHL and NBA. But we know who he's talking about. Listen, I'm going to read it for y'all. If you're really about sports, then you're about 2 things: your teammates and the fans. And I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how much money you are making. When you do not show up to play, you're letting your teammates down. When you do not show up to play, you're letting the fans down that are paying you 40, 50, 60 million. I don't care if you're getting 300 million. Congratulations, but these people in here are paying 2,500 a ticket, 5 grand, that are blue collar, hardworking people. If you don't get your head wrapped around that, you shouldn't be in pro sports. Because how are we going to grow? How do we expect you to be an example? Well, guess what? You don't want to be, you are one. You're on the biggest stage. You just said it. They make the most money. You are an example. You got to show up. You got to take that on. I'm sick and tired of making athletes greats, all-time greats, that aren't the best examples. Those are the people that we want our kids to follow, that we want athletes to follow, that helps us in our game. Stephen A., you want athletes to be educated on this and understand this. They got to understand the importance of showing up to the All-Star game and being on the court and playing banged up sometimes and playing injured, maybe at times, and participating. Because here's the thing, because you're making 100, 200, 300 million, you should be out there banged up. You should be. That's why we pay you. It's to max out. We talk about greatness and it being the longevity of somebody's career. I don't care. If you play 50 years, I want your best 10. I want you on the court dominating. I want you to go all out. I want Michael Jordan. I want Kobe. That's what I want in every sport. That's the guy that I follow. In every different version of that, you don't get my respect. Wow. 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 Once again, that is PK Subban, former what up, Flea? PK Subban, former NHL player. Listen, man. How do y'all feel about what he said? Wow. Wow. I agree 100%. And you know, me, Flea, Fabian, we've always spoken about this. There's no excuse to not get on the court. I watched Kobe Bryant dislocate his finger, walk to the sideline, have the coach, you know, yank it, and got back on the court. Listen, man, these guys are cheating the game. What LeBron has done in this last week has hurt the game. And at this point, y'all see the title, LeBron, give it up. Give it up. It's over. Nobody wants to see you play no more. I thought we would never get here. But think about it, fellas, and we're going to get to the Luka Doncic in a minute. Nobody would ever come out 3 to 5 years ago and talk bad about LeBron. We have now sportscasters, former players, players from other sports now speaking out. Once again, the quote from the Batman, The Dark Knight. You're long enough, you're the hero long enough, you become the villain. LeBron James has become a villain. And I'm not going to say it's 100% correct, but let's be honest. The things that he has done, it's starting to backfire on him. You have to play. And if you don't play, explain why. Don't lie and say you're injured because you just played last night against the Charlotte Hornets. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with your ankle. I'll watch you roll your ankle, tie your sneakers up, and play like nothing wrong. That's one thing I could give that young man credit for. He stays in great shape, takes care of himself, so he rarely gets injured. He tried to make a statement, and it backfired. I think the basketball world, the sports world, is getting tired of LeBron. Um, you're not bigger than the game. I'm sorry. And I think that's what he always wanted to do. You're not better than Michael Jordan. You're not better than Magic Johnson. You're not better than Kobe Bryant. And if we want to argue, are you better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Now, it might look better, but all these guys have more championships than you. Some of them have more finals MVPs and regular MVPs than you. And they wasn't bigger than the game. You're not bigger than the game. And then I'll take it a step further, and I might get some flack for this. Are you better than Tim Duncan? Tim Duncan beat you at 37 years old in your prime. So for me, LeBron James, you know, is having a bad week. He's having a very bad week. And it's time for him to give it up. I'm sorry. Chandler Parsons says something about LeBron James that he's also catching some heat for. And I'm just trying to cover everything about LeBron James, right? Because, you know, I want us to understand that it's people that played the game at a high level that's starting to get fed up with him. So it doesn't look like we're trolling or we're hating. No, we This is a game that we love. Kevin Durant, big shout out to him. He said something the other day that was just so legendary. He said, yo, this game, it changed my life. It changed my family life. Kept us out of trouble. Yo, man, some of us live and die basketball. So when some of these guys cheat the game, but let's see what Chandler Parsons said, had to say about LeBron James. And this is all leading up to Luka Doncic. But once again, LA confrontational. Look what LeBron James has done in LA. He's done this in Miami. He's done this in Cleveland. You're not bigger than the game, my brother. As great as you are, just because you have the most points doesn't mean you're bigger than the game.
I got flamed for calling LeBron dramatic.
Right? So we have, here we go. So Chandler Parsons, big shout out to that platform. We shout out all platforms. Because that's just how we are. Chandler Parsons the other day, when it came to the All-Star game, quote, this is exactly what he said. He said, LeBron doesn't want to play against the rising stars, the young players, but the guys in the league today have to play against your son. Y'all know what he mean by that. And he basically said, you're forcing guys to play with your son, which I totally agree. And this is not about Bronny James. I'm not going to go into anything about Bronny James. I wish that young man nothing but success. I'm not going to bash Bronny James because I don't think this is his fault. But what Chandler Parsons is basically saying is, LeBron, how do you have the audacity to not want to play against young players in the All-Star game, but you want current players, older players to play against your son, who we know for a fact is not ready to be in the NBA. It may never be ready to be in the NBA. He showed no flashes of being able to play in the NBA. Now, does he play decent or good in the G League? Yes. But how many other players are playing just as good as him and better in the G League and don't get no shout outs? Big shout out Cam Christie, LA Clippers. He's having a phenomenal G League. I don't hear nobody bragging about him. So let's not use the G League and Bronny James and try to boost that up because he's not the only one playing great in the G League. The thing is, you're not good enough to play in the NBA, and Chandler Parsons is saying guys have to play against him. So why you think you're too good to play against the young men in the All-Star game? Chandler Parsons is totally correct. I don't agree with him most of the time, but this is just another example of guys being fed up with LeBron James. Like I said, 3 to 5 years ago, nobody would have said anything about LeBron James, especially like this. But when you keep week after week, day after day, time after time, you just throwing in our face who you are, bro. After a while, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to see it. So, you losing to the Charlotte Hornets, it just proves everybody's point. Give it up, bro. Give it up. Like I said, you're forcing your son on people, and you're forcing yourself on people. Pause. If you don't want to play, if you don't want to play defense, if you're not competing for championships, what are you out there for? What are you out there for? Y'all guys are getting the money you asking for. Y'all are getting the contracts you're asking for. Like, y'all guys don't even have to sign 5-year contracts no more. Y'all can sign 2-3-year contracts with a player option. So you guys get everything you want, and you still cheat the fans. You still cheat the game. It is not fair. LeBron James, you have been the face of the league for 20 years, and you are leaving the game in a bad fashion. Now, let's go all the way up to last night now. Lakers lose to Charlotte 97-100. Y'all couldn't even crack 100 points against the Charlotte Hornets with Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Now, breaking news, Luka not playing tonight, y'all. If LeBron is playing, I don't know, but Luka's not playing. Let me tell y'all something. LeBron James, Luka Doncic, if you look at that AllBall TV, I'm telling you now, look at my face. If LeBron James is going to stay in LA for another 2-3 years, do not re-sign. Get out of there. Here's another organization and another player that LeBron James has attempted to ruin. Let's go back to the Miami Heat. He tried to get Eric Spoelstra fired. Pat Riley said no. He tried to run the Miami Heat. Pat Riley said no. LeBron was upset and left. And we now see how great of a coach Eric Spoelstra is. Ever since LeBron left, yeah, he didn't win the big game, but he's been in 2 more finals with a Jimmy Butler and a Bam Adebayo Miami Heat and a whole bunch of second and third rounders. I know it ain't no third rounders. I'm making a joke, but and some guys that wasn't even drafted. So it goes to show you, you may not know as much basketball as you think you do, because how did you not see how great Eric Spoelstra was? Fast forward to Cleveland. Same thing. You used an excuse to not want to be in Cleveland, your hometown. Everybody, yo, he can't get nobody to come here. Nobody want to come play in Cleveland. Does anybody want to play in LA with him? So you ruined Cleveland. You tried to ruin Miami. And now it worked. You ruined the LA Lakers. Let's be honest. You ruined the LA Lakers. When y'all won that championship, Anthony Davis was the best player. Now, that's not to say you wasn't, and you wasn't playing great basketball, but Anthony Davis was playing great when he was at the 4, and they had some big men. Y'all give LeBron almost everything he wants. Why didn't y'all give Anthony Davis what he wants? All he said was, I don't want to play the 5, I want to play the 4. Remember, LeBron lied and said, I'm going to pass the keys over to Anthony Davis. He lied. He never had intentions of doing that. Now you get Luka Doncic there. Does Luka look healthy? No. Does Luka look in shape? No. Does Luka look happy? Hell no. How long until we start blaming Luka for the Lakers losing? How long, y'all? LeBron James, it's time to retire. It's time to retire. It's time to stop speculating and guessing what's going on or what you're doing. Or listen, your stat pattern. You literally plays no defense. Everybody don't think y'all going to win a championship. A guy like you should be competing for championships. Luka Doncic doesn't look like he wants to be there. When you get a play of that magnitude, it should be championship or bust. If Luka goes anywhere else, it's championship or bust. That's how great that young man is. So why isn't it championship or bust for the Lakers? Listen, man, it's a sad day in sports. Listen, man, people don't want to say it. People don't want to say it, but LeBron James is at fault for a lot of stuff. You don't show up at the All-Star game. You never do the dunk contest. You lied, said you was going to do the dunk contest. You made the game where it's soft, where you made it comfortable and cool for people to want to join teams. This is the truth, y'all. This is the truth. But once again, LeBron James has made himself a villain. He stayed around too long. You want too much power. And when the NBA gave you all that power, you took advantage of it. And you watered down the game that some of us love more than anything in the world. It's literally no competition. Big shout out Tim Hardaway on Gilbert Arenas platform. And I'm pretty sure me and my fellas will react to that, so I'm not going to go in much depth with that. But like he said, there's no rivalries. There's no toughness. There's nothing in the NBA. It's almost unwatchable at times. So, I think LeBron James, man, he has to start being honest with himself. A lot of LeBron fans have to start being honest with themselves. Everybody does bad. Some people didn't like Michael Jordan because he gambled, or, he was a bad teammate, or whatever reason. Some people, God bless, didn't like Kobe Bryant for whatever reason. But why does nobody think LeBron James can't do anything wrong? Why? Why doesn't anybody think LeBron James can't do one thing wrong? And I'm just talking about a basketball court. I don't care what a person does off the court. Good evening, Darlene Bryant, the beautiful, the lovely. Miss Darlene Bryant is in the building, y'all. Y'all know the drill. Say what up to the beautiful ladies. Once again, y'all, share, like, subscribe. We're going to be going live every day talking about the hot topics, and y'all know the drill. Prize Picks. Y'all see the promo code CLNS. Prize Picks, y'all. Come on, man. Download the app, hit that promo code, and let's get this thing popping. But it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, man. And we can't hold LeBron so high and then don't be able to critique him. It's not fair. We critique everybody. We talk about everybody. But at this point, LeBron James needs to give it up. He's not going to hand over the keys to Luka Doncic. At this point, it looks like it's not going to work. Luka's not healthy. We don't know if he's ever going to be healthy this season. It's looking like they forced him back, just how Dallas forced Anthony Davis back too early. Why? Because it's pressure. When you trade for players of that magnitude, they have to get on the court because it's big business. And then now, if you're not able to get fully healthy, how are you going to make a run for a championship? So, breaking news once again: Luka Doncic isn't playing tonight. I don't think he's happy. He doesn't look happy. Who's to blame for that? Once again, LeBron first said he couldn't get nobody in Cleveland. Seems like you can't get nobody in LA neither. It's this young man is having a bad week, and I don't know who his PR team is. I don't know who his crew is, but this thing is backfiring on him. Once again, you are not bigger than the game. You are not bigger than the game. No matter how much people felt about Michael Jordan, he didn't act this way. He didn't. He didn't overuse his power. You know how much power Michael Jordan had when he was in the NBA at his height, at his prime? He didn't overuse his power. What LeBron has done to the league is horrific. 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 Look at all the guys' careers he damn near tried to ruin. You almost ruined Kyrie's career. Where Mario Chalmers at? These are good players. Come on, man. What are we talking about? AD couldn't wait to get out of LA. Why is that? It's LA. Come on, man. And then now you got Luka there. Listen, man. From Chandler Parsons to the PK Subban from the hockey. Brian Windhorst has some things to say. LeBron ain't looking good right now, man. I'm sorry. LeBron isn't looking good. And I think, the All-Star game is just a snowball effect. I think it's going to get worse and worse. I just think it's going to get worse and worse. And it's bad. It's bad, y'all. It's bad. He needs to retire. He needs to retire. Because if LeBron James plays another 2 years and doesn't win a championship, his legacy will be tarnished. He's tarnishing his legacy. 3 years ago, people said his legacy was cemented. And I used to always argue back and say, no, it's not. What he's doing now is no good for his legacy. Simple and plain. You try to put these all-star teams together and it doesn't work. You get all these great players and it doesn't work. You force your son into the league and it doesn't work. It's time to go, bro. It's time to go. Breaking news once again for the new people that's in the building. Hit that like button. Share, like, subscribe. We're going to be going live every day. YouTube Live, man. Discussing all the hot topics. Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs is out for the remainder of the season with blood clots to the shoulder. I'm hearing that's a very serious injury. And like I said earlier, that's a very big hit for the NBA. When you have a player this magnitude, this great, that's going to be the future face of the league. This is not a good start. This is only his second year in the league, y'all. They make the trade for De'Aaron Fox, which we all thought was a huge trade. And now we may never see how this is going to pan out. Because from what I'm hearing, this is a serious injury. We hope for the best. But once again, Victor Wembanyama is out for the remainder of the season with blood clot in his shoulder. Wow. Wow. San Antonio can't catch a break, man. First, Greg Popovich. Prayers up for him and his family. Hopefully he's recovering well. And then now, your number one overall pick, probably top 5 best player in the NBA, and probably he's gonna go into the NBA next season as probably one of the best players in the NBA, probably number 1 or 2 behind Joker, depending on how he plays next season, out for the remainder of the season. What does this mean for the Spurs? What does this mean for De'Aaron Fox? Wow. Wow. I know De'Aaron Fox is probably saying in his mind, like, I can't catch a break because I love what Sacramento did. But tough break for the Spurs, man. Tough break for Victor Wembanyama. Wow. Tough break. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on. But you know, what are y'all thoughts? Am I bugging about the LeBron James thing? I think it's time for him to give it up. I think it's time for him to retire. I think after this season, that he needs to retire. And if he doesn't retire, if I'm Luka Doncic, I am not re-signing with the Lakers. I'm gonna say it again. If I'm Luka Doncic, which I know I'm not, but if I'm Luka Doncic and LeBron James comes back another season, I will not re-sign with the Lakers. Because let's not forget, y'all, Luka didn't ask for a trade. Luka didn't ask out of Dallas. Luka didn't say, I want to go to LA and play with LeBron and play for the Lakers. So for me, you know, the Lakers once again jammed themselves up. And this is why Dallas won the trade, which I've been saying, and everybody flamed me for it. The Dallas Mavericks won this trade because I think in a month, if they could hold fort and Kyrie could hold it down, and they can get in that plane or the playoffs, and all those guys come back healthy, Lively, AD, PJ Washington, they are going to be a problem. But yeah, I listen, man. LeBron is over. The reign is over. You're not playing for championships. You're not the best player in the NBA. You're not winning MVPs. You're not winning scoring titles. It's time to give it up. You got to let somebody else in that slot, my brother, because you're ruining the game. And you're making this personal. You're making this about you. And I think that's the problem, you know, that I've always had with LeBron, is that he makes it about him. And it's not about you. There's many great players in the league, but it's not about you. I don't see Steph Curry acting like this. I don't see Kevin Durant acting like this. You know, those are the older players. I don't see nobody acting like this but LeBron James. Like I said, what you did in the All-Star weekend, what was it for? Don't let nobody speculate. Don't let us come up here and lie and try to guess. Tell us what it is. Tell us what it is. But how long are we going to allow you to ruin the game that we fell in love with? Once again, and I'm going to say it again, people are starting to be tired of LeBron James. 3 to 5 years ago, nobody would have ever came out and said anything bad about LeBron. Now you have former players, players from other sports speaking out now. Chandler Parsons almost got canceled for saying what he said about LeBron and his son. Listen, man, people is tired. We watch you for 20 years be the face of the league and get your way. And nobody complained about it. Some people complain. We watch you build super teams. We watch you win championships. We watch you lose a lot of championships. And everybody make excuse after excuse after excuse. There's no more excuses no more. When you play great, you the GOAT. When you don't play great, oh, he's 40. Oh, he's this. Oh, he needs more help. They just got you Luka Doncic. And you know what people are still saying? He needs more. Hold on. Let me take a sip. Hold on. Because I don't think y'all heard me. They say AD wasn't enough. He won a championship with Anthony Davis. And check this out. That Lakers team that won that chip in the bubble, That team was built around Anthony Davis. It wasn't built around LeBron. Do y'all understand that? The LA Lakers championship bubble team was built around Anthony Davis. Why? Because they had bigs there that allowed Anthony Davis to play the four. He should have got Finals MVP. He was out his mind. But once they started building around LeBron James and realized LeBron is never going to give up the keys, never going to give up the reins, and started letting LeBron run everything, what happens? No playoffs. First round exit. Playing after playing. Get to the conference finals, get swept. Last season, win one game in the first round. Think about this, y'all. If it wasn't no playing, the Lakers wouldn't be in the playoffs 2-3 seasons. This is all building around LeBron James. So now we get you the help because you always need help. So we get you the best player in the NBA for some people. I still think it's Joker. But fully healthy, people say Luka's the best player in the NBA. We get you Luka. And you still need more help. It's time to go, bro. Sorry. It's time to go. I think more people are going to start coming out. More former players. Because people are afraid. Because of the power that he has. But we're only talking basketball. We're not talking personal. We're not, I don't know how great of a man you are. That's none of my business. I'm just talking the game of basketball. You've weirded us out, bro. Pause. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm gonna say it again. When they built around AD, they were successful. When they stopped building around AD and built around LeBron James, the Lakers have turned into a dumpster fire. Fish. And remember, AD played on a foot injury that cost him half the year after that bubble. Exactly, Fish. But once again, look at now. What are they going to say if the Lakers don't at least get to the finals? Because there's no way you add a Luka with a LeBron James, and that's not title contention. I don't want to hear you losing the first or the second round of the conference finals, and then we hear all these excuses. No, you got Luka. You got Luka. I don't want to hear no excuses. They still need help. Listen, man. Give it up. Give it up, bro. You had a great career. You're a great player. You definitely top 10 greatest basketball players of all time. You're not my GOAT. That I've never said you wasn't great. Definitely a great player. Come on, man. What you did for the game is legendary. Like I said, you help brothers make a lot of money. But on the flip side, what you did to the game cannot be ignored. You ruined organizations, you ruined players, and you ruined the game to some extent. I'm sorry. You get this blame because you were the best player in the face of the league for the past 20 years, which I disagree. Let me break something down. I've never heard nobody break this down. I'm going to take a sip of water before I get out of here. Once again, y'all, Prize Picks, man, download the app. Hit the promo code CLNS, y'all. Prize Picks. Once again, we're going to be going live every day on YouTube, breaking a lot of stuff down, talking about the hot topics. I have my brothers up here. Just today I said, I just want to talk about this LeBron James situation. But let me break this down. As great as LeBron James is, right? LeBron James is the Jay-Z of sports. Let me break this down. Jay-Z is a lot of people's GOATs. A lot of people's GOAT as far as the greatest rapper of all time. My greatest rapper of all time is Rakim from Eric B. and Rakim. That's my personal favorite. I think he's the greatest rapper of all time, right? But that's just me. But Jay-Z is definitely in my top 5, right? Just like LeBron is definitely in my top 10. A young man made a video and said, when was Jay-Z ever the greatest player? When was Jay-Z ever the greatest rapper of all time? And he broke down the years. How 50 Cent had a great year one time. Nelly had a run. Lil Wayne had a run. You, you get where I'm going. DMX, God rest his soul, the great DMX had a run. Remember, all these guys had a run while Jay-Z was reigning. Remember, before God bless the soul, Biggie, Tupac. So it's not to say Jay-Z isn't a great rapper, but when was Jay-Z ever the greatest rapper of all time? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years. We're not talking about him being your personal favorite. We just named a whole lot of guys that had runs, right? Now, let's fast forward why I call LeBron and Jay-Z a rap. People say LeBron James dominated the league for 20 years, and I always disagree with that. You didn't dominate. You won, but let's break it down. Steph Curry was right there alongside with you. Kevin Durant was right there alongside with you. Giannis won one. Let's not talk about Dirk Nowitzki. Let's not talk about Kobe Bean Bryant. But let's not talk about the ultimate who kills LeBron James' GOAT conversation in dominance of the NBA. Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs. So where was this dominance at? Because you made it to 10 straight finals? Magic been to 9. Jerry West been to how many? Probably, I think Jerry West lost 8 or 9. My point is, we have to start being honest. What Michael Jordan did was dominant. I'm going to say it again. What Michael Jordan did was dominant. LeBron didn't do that. Everybody ate on his watch. Just like with Jay-Z, everybody ate on his watch. When Jay-Z was around, 50 Cent sold 13 million. DMX sold millions, had 2 albums in 1 year. Nelly went diamond. Eminem went diamond 2, 3 times. Biggie, Tupac, Nas. So, listen, man, just because we like guys personally doesn't mean that, they're the greatest. Was LeBron better than Dwayne Wade at one time? D-Wade when he got it on his own. So for me, once again, I've never said LeBron wasn't great, but we have to be honest. We are tired of LeBron James and his antics. And us on social media is not the only one saying it. Us that didn't play the game, that never could play the game at that level, never was good enough, which I can admit, and I'm okay with that. 5'8", I'm overweight. Couldn't jump out the window. But now we have former players that played at that level. We have guys that was great in other sports that's starting to say something. Coaches. You see what him and Udoka went through? You think it was just because of that moment? No, Udoka's looking and going, nigga, I'm tired of you, bro. You get what you want. They bent their backs for you. Pause. Nah, bro, we working hard over here. So listen, man, you're a great player. What you mean to the game is great, but there are some things about you that are bad. And LeBron James fans have to come to grips with no one is perfect. We all make mistakes. And what LeBron did All-Star Weekend was a big mistake. It was a bad example. That was not leadership. And it was terrible. You did not show the young men and women any type of leadership. Even if we all know the All-Star game, you ain't even got to play a lot of minutes, bro. Just suit up. Just suit up. So, for me, I think the LeBron James era is officially over. Once people start really attacking and talking about you, it's over. We tired of seeing you. We tired of, watching the league bend over and break their backs for you and give you any and everything you want. And you're still not winning. We watch you. You literally don't play no defense. None at all. So yeah, man, I don't know if the Lakers can force him to retire, but I'm gonna say it again. If I'm Luka Doncic and LeBron James is still a Laker when the season is over, I would not resign. And that's the dangerous thing about that trade. The Dallas Mavericks made the smartest move we've seen in a long time. Y'all seen that first game Anthony Davis play? You see how happy he looked? Did you see how happy he looked? Flip side, did y'all see Luka Doncic's first game? Did you see how unhappy he looked? I'm going to say it again before I get out of here. Anthony Davis' first game with the Dallas Mavericks, did you see how happy he looked? And then Luka's first game with the Lakers, did you see how unhappy he looked? Yo, this is AllBall TV, y'all. We going live every day. Make sure the notifications is on, so when y'all see that red light come on, I get this live. Once again, man, prospects, hit that promo code CLNS. Download the app, man. Appreciate everybody. See y'all tomorrow. We have some good topics to talk about. Excuse me. Tonight, Knicks Rehab. We going live after the Knicks versus Chicago. Josh Hart is out for tonight. OG is out for tonight. A-Dub, we ain't gonna talk too much about the Knicks. We're gonna wait till Knicks Rehab. But everybody have a great night. AllBall TV. Make sure y'all tell a friend, hit that like button, share, like, subscribe. And like I said, we'll be bringing some people up here to talk about sports, talk about the hot topics. But yes, y'all gonna get us live every day now, baby. AllBall, suckers.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
Deja un like, comentario.
Y suscribe.